Okay, let's jump right in. We're doing a deep dive today on a very specific piece of production gear.
Yep, the Datavideo HDR-2 4K digital recorder.
And we've got all the product documentation here.
Right, so the mission is pretty clear. If you're a producer looking at this box and it's listed at around $1,400, what are you actually getting?
What problem is it solving?
Exactly. What makes it a necessary tool for, a professional live event?
So I think the core identity, the main thing to grasp, is that it's a 4K 5060p SD card recorder.
And the key word there is recorder.
Meaning it works all by itself. It handles the capture, the playback, everything without ever needing to be hooked up to a computer.
And that autonomy, that freedom, completely changes your setup on location.
Okay, so let's talk quality. It's obviously UHD 4K, so we're talking about a resolution of 3840 by 2160. The clarity is a given.
It is, but I think the more important spec here is the 60p, the 60 frames per second.
Why is that so crucial?
Well, for live action, it just guarantees you get really smooth motion. But more importantly, it gives you creative options.
Like slow motion?
Exactly. You can take that 60p footage and play it back at half speed for a crystal clear, super smooth slow-mo replay that's huge for sports or any fast-moving event.
But 4K at 60 frames a second, I mean, the file sizes must be enormous.
They're huge. And that's where the other side of this device comes in, the efficiency.
This is the encoding part, right? H.265.
That's the whole point. It supports both H.264, which is standard, and the much more advanced H.265.
And for anyone who doesn't know, what's the bottom line difference?
The bottom line is that H.265 gives you pretty much the same visual quality as H.264, but at roughly half the file size.
Half.
Roughly. So you can record for twice as long on the same SD card. It completely changes the economics of your media storage out in the field.
So that autonomous SD card recording really is the defining workflow here. It's for being on the move or in the middle of a live show where a whole computer setup just isn't practical.
Right, but to fit into that kind of professional workflow, it needs the right connections.
It needs the I/O.
It does, and it has HDMI 2.0, both input and output. But the really essential part for any live production is the loop-through.
Explain that. What does loop-through protect you from?
It's your fail-safe. It means the video signal passes through the recorder to your other gear, like a big monitor or a video switcher. So even if this box, your recorder, were to fail for some reason,
The show goes on.
the signal keeps flowing to the rest of your production chain. That kind of redundancy is it's non-negotiable.
You know, one detail caught my eye on the spec sheet. It has a built-in 2-inch LCD monitor.
It does, yeah.
I mean, 2 inches. For a 4K image, you're not judging critical focus on that, are you?
No, actually not. That's a great question. You're not using it for composition or focusing?
So what's it for?
Yeah.
Just to know it's on.
It's for confirmation. You see your time code, you confirm you have a signal, and you see that red light that tells you you're actually recording. It's about vital information at a glance, without needing another bigger monitor. It keeps the whole package small and self-contained.
So if we boil this all down, what's the key takeaway for someone considering this?
I think the takeaway is that the HDR-2 is a highly specialized tool. It's not trying to be everything. It's built to solve one problem really, really well.
And that problem is?
High efficiency, self-contained 4K 60p capture for demanding, often mobile, live events. It delivers reliability and powerful compression in a tiny footprint.
Okay, so that leads us to a final thought for you to take away.
Let's hear it.
If you have this blend of super efficient H.265 encoding and true portability,
Right.
it means you can have really, really long 4K recording sessions away from power, away from computers.
Yeah.
So what other uses could that unlock, beyond a typical concert or sporting event? Think about things like long-term scientific monitoring or remote data logging or even high-res surveillance. How does freeing capture from the desk change what's possible?